What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name is Orion. I have a build series going on for a 1968 Ford Mustang Coupe. If you guys are new to the series, we're at like part 15, 16, 17. I don't know. We're somewhere in there. We're just about at a year on this project. It's come a long way. So if you guys haven't seen those videos, please go and check them out before you get up this one so you can get caught up to date. There's a lot, so good luck. But those of you who've been sticking around, I appreciate you guys. We have a good return viewership on the channel, so I really appreciate that. In this video, I'd really like to get the car ready for the motor. We're getting the motor back in this video. The motor's been rebuilt, all aluminum heads, aluminum intake. We can get more into that in the next video, but yeah, we're getting the car ready for the motor. So anything that I want kind of done without the motor in the way, I need to do in the engine bay right now, like run the brake lines, paint, touch up paint in some spots, and get the wiring spread out and get it ready for the motor, obviously. Yeah, and then we need to get the drive shaft ready, transmission ready. Transmission is rebuilt. It's ready to go back in. I'm not going to do that without the motor yet, so I really want to get the motor in. And gonna paint the belly of the car a little bit. Gonna do that off camera. It's just I'm gonna be laying on my back on the floor. I can't. There's no way I can record that. It's very difficult. We'll go from there. See what we can do. If you guys happen to enjoy this video, please leave a like. And if you guys have any advice, let me know down in the comments. I'm not a mechanic by day. I do this on my free time. So if there's anything you know, let me know. I think that's enough chit chat. Let's just get right into it, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. If you do, leave a like. It feels weird, but it feels good. This is probably the first time in a month since we're actually getting work done on the car. Told me the motor's almost ready. Now we have to get the car ready for the motor. We got to get the drive shaft all cleaned up. We got to replace the drive shaft joint, the universal joint, because when I drop the motor in, I do plan on going ahead and hopefully we can get this thing running and driving. Get it jacked up, and for the first time in a long time, almost a year, try and get the wheels to spin. That one out. All right. She's giving us a little bit of a hard time, so we're going to give it a little bit of a hard time. So we're having issues with this one coming out. Get that one out. Now when I say clean the drive shaft, we're always going to take everything off. We're going to sandblast this thing and paint it. We could probably just beat this one out. Let's give that a try before we... I guess you don't need a press if you just do what fucking Michael Jackson says and just beat it, but we're definitely gonna need a press to put it back in. So there's no escaping that. Honestly, I probably could have cheaped out and just reused them, but I don't want to have to take this thing back out and do all this over again. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. You might as well do it while you're in there. But yeah, set up a paint booth, sand this thing down, sandblast in here. Those hard to reach areas, and then we're going to go ahead and just paint it. next, while we're waiting for the paint to dry on the drive shaft, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the fittings that we'll need. Then we kind of want to go caddy corner this way. I think we got it bent pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and make this next one. I just realized something. I don't know if this setup here coming up would work because of our hood hinge. I gotta go check my other car. Only one way to find out. No, because once this closes, unless I could do like a little shimmy in a little bit, a little bending. I'm not worried about putting on the hood anytime soon. I actually would rather just get this running and driving and moving first, and then we can figure out as we go what exactly we want to do. Whether that be if I want to repipe these or what. That's on there tight. We have this outlet tied in. We have the front inlet tied in. We have the other front outlet tied in. It's going across. We got to figure out something over there because the piping that I have, it's a pre-bend replacement kit and all that. It's not working with how I want it to work. So what we got to do is figure out how we're going to make that work over there. I got to get some more parts for that. And then we can bend this to how we want to run it. I haven't figured that out yet. Got to remember that fuel line's coming here, so I got to leave space for that. But yeah, this is just dangling in place for right now. I might just bend it and run it up in here and then probably have it poke this way a little bit so we can tie in our flexible brake line that goes to the brake caliper. So now for this side, I'm gonna probably have to bend it 90 degrees this way and then back 90 degrees this way. I want to be just above the ballast resistor, so we'll bend it here because this is where our blower fan is tied into, so we can't have it just blocked off, obviously. So we'll have to bend 90 this way, come back 90 this way. This part's gonna come out a lot more. There's not much in this corner anyway, so maybe we just go ahead and do our bends, see what we can get. So let's go ahead and just bend this. Want it to sit about there, so we're gonna bend this just a tad bit more. We need to take this and just Damn, I didn't think of this, but I probably could have drilled a hole. Could have drilled a hole through here and just run this straight out. And just straighten this. And yeah, fuck, that would probably look a lot cleaner than running this way. Just drill a hole right through there. Alright, so we got our brake line ran through for the passenger side. I was gonna run it this way, coupling it, and then you know how it originally is through factory, but I'm gonna just get some rubber plugs and plug that. But instead I went ahead and just drilled a hole and ran it right out through here. Now with that, we could just take our flexible brake hose and run it to our brake caliper. So did the same thing on this side, but ran it through this hole. I need to get some rubber grommets to put in those holes, and then we're gonna have this one hooked up here. Maybe probably bend it back this way because that might be a little too long if it's running over there. We'll have to bend it and clean it up, but we can run it from here again to our brake caliper here. Connect our flexible hose just like that. Almost done with that, ready to eventually fill this up with fluid. I'm not going to do the rear end yet. I have different plans for the rear end. So we'll have to plug this, and we shouldn't have to plug any of these. Yeah, I'm liking how it's coming out. It feels good to make some progress on it. Hadn't had any progress. Hadn't had a feeling like this in a good while. So feels good to make some progress. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a couple things. I got to get started on painting the belly of the car. I don't know if I want to record that because I'm just gonna be laying on my back and it's kind of hard. But I gotta at least paint the belly, the whole transmission tunnel, all the way down to the rear end, because when I get the transmission in, I gotta get the drive shaft in, which is still outside drying. Gotta get the drive shaft in, and that area needs to be painted because I'm not taking the transmission back out and I'm not taking the drive shaft back out. So I gotta at least get that area painted. Then we'll just go ahead, get that done, and then while that's drying, finish tying in our brake lines and actually get ready to start bleeding this, getting the brakes for the front end just completely done. So that's enough chit chat. I'm gonna get to that and I'll see y'all in a bit. Alright, so that's the drive shaft all done. We actually need to start working on now, we're getting the motor back in a couple of days, is get the brakes going, because when I get that motor in, I'm going to get the transmission in, and I'm going to need brakes. I'm not going to worry about the rear end yet because, like I said, I have different plans for the rear end. I'm going to have no doors, no fenders, no lights, nothing. No windshield, no rear windshield, no trunk. I'm just going to try and see if I can get this thing moving on the road and figure out what we need to do from there. Once I get this thing moving and on the road, it'll give me a little bit more motivation to start making this thing look pretty. I got a lot of interior parts ordered. They should be here soon, but I want to get this thing running and driving first. To do that, like I said, we got to get the brakes going, and this side is piped in already. It's piped in, strapped down, so we just need to do the passenger side. If you guys hadn't seen the video of the 95 to 04 Cobra brake conversion kit, go back and watch that video. It's a couple videos back, and yeah, I really enjoyed that video. Shout out to Mustang Steve for sending out that kit. But that's enough chit chat. Let's get everything moved out of the way. Let's get the car moved over and get those passenger side brakes piped in. All right, so to pretty much finish piping this side out, we need to just get a coupling on here. Hold back on this side. just tighten this one on so we can give this a little bend or something, because I don't like how it just comes straight out. Now we're gonna try and route this to how we want. But first I probably should just straighten it all out. Alright, we got the brake lines done, bled, everything's good on that. Got everything moved out of the way. I need to get this lifted up. I need to readjust this a little bit, and then I need to put the motor mounts back on. So let's just get this thing off the ground just a little bit, because I can't get the motor mount on with it being on the tire. Let's see what I can find. I'll be right back. We'll probably just go to the time lapse of us just putting the motor straight in. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. Got a good chunk of stuff done. I'm very happy. There's a whole bunch we have to do before we get this motor started. So that's definitely going to be in the next video. Got to put the pulley on, starter on, alternator on. Obviously, do all our wiring, do all our plumbing for the radiator, transmission, cooling lines. Got to put the transmission in, of course. All of that's going to be in the next video. Get everything put together, everything going, and then maybe, just maybe, we will start it in the next video. I can't imagine, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We might make it a long one. I just don't know what to do yet. Sorry that, I haven't been posting. It's been a minute. I've been putting a lot of work into it the past couple weeks. With the motor being gone, did some stuff here and there. It's a new year, making big changes this year. Got a lot of good stuff going on for me and my family and everything. So hopefully we can get this thing going. We'll get it started. Maybe in the next video we get it started. I might wait to the following video, get everything started, and take this thing for a drive and go over what we want to do. I have a parts shelf right in the corner with a whole bunch of stuff we got to put on this. I got parts in the attic. I got parts in the guest bedroom closet. We have a lot to put back on this thing and get this thing going. It's about to warm up here in Texas, so which means we can probably get going on getting this thing painted too. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you made it this far, please let me know if you guys have any ideas on some things I might need to change, or some things I should upgrade. Just let me know down in the comments. And if you guys have a build yourself, I love seeing those comments, people talking about their builds. I think that's what we're going to call it with this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We're going to be back to putting all my free time into this, so I'm excited. Can't wait to do it. And yeah, if you guys are new to the series, we've got a good chunk of videos. Just go ahead, check out the channel, see those videos. And but yeah, I got a big mess to clean, so I'm gonna get on that, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.